This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
The 2026 Law Asia Environmental Law Conference commences. Sepuka highlights key weakness of Parliament. And climate resilient school infrastructure policy launched. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Nicole Rema. Thank you for joining us. The 2026 Law Asia Environmental Law Conference commenced at the APEC House today, with delegates from all over the Pacific and around the world attending. The two-day conference will conclude tomorrow. The 2026 Law Asia Environmental Law Conference is hosted under the theme The Environment Rule of Law, what it is, how it is implemented, what are the threats, what are its institutions, and how it can be upheld. Through this theme, the conference highlights the core framework needed to protect nature through legal systems. Papua New Guinea Chief Justice Sir Gibbs Salika said the true meaning of the environmental rule of law is not found in what is written, but rather in what is implemented.
Environmental laws that are ignored, selectively enforced, or undermined by corruption offer little protection for future generations. The challenge for every society is not merely to enact environmental legislation, but to ensure that it is respected and applied consistently. This brings us to the institutions that sustain the environmental rule of law.
The Chief Justice also stressed on the importance of having a reliable environmental law.
The environment is not merely a resource to be managed. It is the foundation of culture, identity, livelihood, and community. The health of our environment is inseparable from the well-being of our people. The environmental rule of law begins with a simple but profound proposition. That environment protection should be governed by law, not by expediency, by principle, not by convenience, and by accountability, not by power. It means that governments, corporations, institutions, and citizens are all bound by laws designed to protect the environment and promote sustainable development.
Meanwhile, the president of Law Asia, Tiong Lieng Yap, says the initial environmental rule of law was recognized in 2013, which captured 7 core elements of the environmental rule of law.
The Council of the UN Environmental Programme, UNEP, first recognized environmental rule of law in 2013 and noted that the rule of law and effective governance could aid in reducing environmental violations. This was followed by the adoption of the Sustainable Development Goal 16, where 16.3 encouraged rule of law at all levels with access to justice for all. UNEP listed 7 core elements of environmental rule of law: fair, clear and implementable environmental laws, access to information, public participation and access to justice, accountability and integrity of institutions and decision makers.
He added that their mission includes promoting the rule of law and facilitating regional interactions. Speaking at the 2026 Environmental Law Conference today, Papua New Guinea Deputy Chief Justice Amben Kandakasi has issued a strong call for the judicial focus on environmental issues, urging legal systems to proactively address the increasing global climate crisis. In his keynote address, Deputy Chief Justice emphasized on the importance of the environmental rule of law in modern times.
Environmental law is central. It's far more central and far more fundamental. Environmental law lies in the heart of constitutional governance. It concerns relationships between power and accountability, development and justice, interests of present and future generations.
He said despite the country being in possession of sophisticated legislation, stronger institutions, and increasingly comprehensive body of international law, environmental degradation still continues.
The international community has negotiated and arrived at conventions. Countries have enacted legislations, established statutory frameworks, and strengthened environmental institutions. Yet, environmental degradation continues, not because the law is silent, but because too often statutes are not faithfully implemented or enforced. Rights are not matched by effective remedies and enforcement. Institutions fail to discharge their responsibilities in accordance with the law.
The Deputy Chief Justice says the environment crisis that the country is in is not merely an ecological challenge, but a challenge of governance and accountability. The 25 million Kina road and bridge upgrade in Tonumbu in Yanguru South District is progressing well as scheduled despite earlier delays.
The upgrade and sealing of the road and two bridges linking Tonumbu and Rofudongo in Sauso rural local level government is progressing well with the help of the dry season faced in the area. This was expressed by the BKC Contractors Project Manager Edward Weir. Weir stated this during Yanguru Sausia member Richard Maru's visit to the project site last Monday. He says they already have their crushers including other machines in place for the sealing to commence.
And the weather has been helpful too. It's been dry, we've been experiencing a lot of dry weather and we've been able to push through. Much of the challenges has been with the logistics, as I've mentioned, but we've managed to overcome most of it.
He further stated that the work is expected to be completed early next year.
We are hoping to have base course overlaid towards early next year and start sealing works towards the end of February as the earliest.
However, Yanguru Sausia member Richard Maru says the project needs to be completed earlier.
But please move your scheduling to completion end of March. If I could just encourage you to do that. And then
Maru is pleased with the delivery of the project that will serve the locals with a smooth flow to and from Vivek Town to sell their produce and improve their lifestyle.
end of March we need to plan to complete. And then the first week of April we need to open the road and take everyone before we go into the elections.
The road upgrade project was launched earlier this year in March at the Kubalia station and is now in progress. Charlie Dumavi, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, a new primary school is taking place in Tonumbu village in the Yanguru Sausia district of Isipik province. The construction of the school's facility is nearing completion and the first intakes will commence next year.
The new school will address the issue of students working for hours to attend classes at Kubalia and Munji. Building at the cost of about 2 million kina, the new school already has a duplex classroom and a staff house completed, while 2 more new staff houses are under construction. Speaking on behalf of Walenalo Construction, Camillus Kombui gave an update of the progress of the construction on the ground.
Okay, now to staff house, you look at me stadium, and me black would also me black is him low. Temau to the time you go in the dog is him. Now, the begin pony go, Temau.
He says the school will address the issue of students giving excuses and skipping classes as it is in the heart of the village.
Richard Maru and Mr. was some good use him. Big blood through nine come down through them, come down. I never him to start thinking the bell, the water to me because school and members something way now beginning to plus I go a long way.
Yeah.
Also, when you plan heavy, some plus I go na Gunsa na staff Lokuna Iguna. You know, cycle school.
Yanguru Sausia district member Richard Maru on his recent visit to the school says the school will open for classes next year. He also pledged further funding to ensure the school with its modern facility open on time for 2027 academic year.
So definitely you back about the corona. Black material treatable boy na you blow. Just focus, be like in December, school must complete.
Moreover, the board chairman of the school, Isaac Wanginalo, thanked the locals and Yanguru Sausia District Development Authority for the support in building the school. Charlie Dumavi, National EMTV News.
National Department of Education has launched its historic climate resilience school infrastructure policy today at the Lamana Hotel, unveiling a sweeping plan to shield the country's classrooms from natural disasters.
The policy forms the architectural backbone of a historic 11.6 billion kina national education investment framework running through 2035. Backed by regional development partners, it mandates a complete overhaul of public school construction across the nation. Deputy Secretary for National Department of Education, Walipe Wingi, explained the components of the policy.
The policy provides a framework for strengthening the planning, design, construction, maintenance, and management of school infrastructure so that the schools can continue to provide quality learning environments even in the face of natural agents, climate change, and other issues.
Some of the key directives in the policy include climate-proof engineering, where classrooms must use specialized anti-corrosive roofing materials and steeper roof pitches to maximize salt wash-off and rainwater collection in coastal areas. Energy independence, where classrooms will feature standalone solar microgrids to combat frequent power grid failures. And inclusive classrooms that can incorporate ramp access and sanitation facilities for students with disabilities. Project Manager for Building Safety and Resilience in the Pacific, Herman Timmermans, says these policies should be replicated in other Pacific Island countries.
Already this policy is receiving attention and interest from other Pacific Island countries. And I understand it is only Vanuatu that has a similar policy process currently in development. So I therefore encourage the Department of Education to reach out and share the knowledge and lessons learned through the development of this policy with other Pacific Island countries.
The policy strictly prohibits school from charging parents unauthorized building levies or project fees to fund construction. Instead, funding will flow directly from the state's 904.5 million kina free education policy budget and international development grants. This localized approach aims to bypass central bureaucratic bottlenecks, ensuring faster disaster recovery and rapid deployment of modular classrooms to rural provinces. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Port Moresby General Hospital Children's Emergency Department is set for a major renovation following a 2.8 million kina commitment from the Sir Theo Foundation to improve emergency care facilities and critical water infrastructure. Sir Theo Foundation Chairman George Constantino has announced the commitment of 2.8 million kina to Port Moresby General Hospital Children's Emergency Department as part of their long-standing partnership. He added that this commitment will have a direct impact on the Children's Department and other essential hospital infrastructure.
The works will include upgrades of their sanitary facilities, flooring, ceilings, walls, roofings, plumbings, electrical service, and both internal and external finishes. Our goal is simple: to provide a safer, more functional and comfortable environment for children requiring emergency care and their families, and the dedicated healthcare professionals who care for them every day. In addition, the Foundation has funded the replacement of the main domestic water pump and installation of remote monitoring systems for the hospital's water reserves, representing an investment of 84,000 kina. Together, these projects represent a committed value of approximately 2.08 million kina.
Mr. Constantino said the foundation would continue working closely with PMGH executive management and clinical teams as the new project progress. The Director for Medical Services, Dr. Connie Sobi, says the launching of the renovations of the Children's Emergency Department is timely and very important.
I must acknowledge that working in a 30-year-old facility with no significant upgrade over many years has been challenging. Yet our staff continue to show up, to care and to serve. The renovation is therefore timely. It is positioned not only to improve the physical environment, but to boost the staff morale and restore confidence in our community.
Dr. Connie Sobi says this milestone would be achieved through the support from Sir Theo Foundation and other support agencies.
As we launch these renovation initiatives, let us remember that we are not just renovating walls and floors, we are renovating hope. We are creating a space where healing can happen faster, where staff can work with dignity, and where every child who walks through these doors knows they are in good hands. So on behalf of the executive management of POMGEN, or Port Moresby General Hospital, I thank you.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
At a time. Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything alright?
Oh. Yes. Everything's alright. Alright with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
For the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
EMTV brings to you a fresh new talk show program in 2026. Watch our exclusive interview with special guest, Honorable James Marape, Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, as we discuss government programs and projects since 2019. Walk by Talk, coming soon on EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Police Minister Sir John Pundari has confirmed police forces from the Pacific will assist with security during the 2027 National General Election, with more than 300 police members expected.
It is not long before the national elections get underway in 2027, beginning with the issuing of writs expected in April 2027. As attention turns to this major national event, security remains a top priority. Advocacy messages are now being delivered, particularly on the use of weapons and illegal firearms by members of the community. The responsibility now lies with provincial police commanders and their personnel to relay awareness on the surrender of illegal firearms as the nation calls for a safe and fair election in 2027.
For those of you who have stood up already to be counted in this exercise of this government's intervention, of this government's policy on gun amnesty, I take my hats off for you. But if you have not stepped up, wherever you are, what a shame it is. Carablo, you may run to and fro. Nothing. Please, stop him. Stop him by the markets. Stop him where the communities live. Advocate for one last time to surrender that gun.
The gun amnesty period and advocacy program for the handing of illegal firearms will run until September 16. Police officers throughout Papua New Guinea have been reminded of the oath they took and of the duty to deliver these awareness messages to their communities before penalties are enforced.
I appeal to you as your Minister for Police. Let us, out of the love of the oath that we took, to enforcing the law and to doing the right thing for the peace and for the love of your people that you are in that uniform, raise that voice and let us remove all these illegal guns wherever in the province that you command.
Every community and household is warned that once the grace period lapses, the full force of the law will be enforced.
You brave women out there, let us raise the bar and let us do the right thing before the 16th of September. When grace runs out, my brave policemen and women, with the intel that you have gathered already, and with intel-driven exercise, we will all enforce the full force of the law.
With assistance expected from Pacific countries, Minister Sejong Pundari says this reflects the RPNGC's engagement in the region and its contributions to Pacific security. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Member for Abau Sepuka Temu says in the last 5 years, Parliament has weakened. It cannot hold the government accountable.
At a time when calls for a hard reset within government are growing, Sepuka Temu also emphasized the need for a bicameral parliament with lower house and a upper house for proper deliberations. He said the lack of diligent debate on important national issues shows that many powers within government have become politicized. According to Sepuka, an upper and lower house would ensure that agendas are dealt with properly and accountability is maintained.
Promoter of the bicameral. There has to be an upper house.
Yeah, upper house and lower house.
Because the lower house, the chamber has been politicized. The executive is taking over the legislature. And so we must have a upper house so that when the important constitutional amendments are proposed, there has to be proper debate at the upper house. Or when the budget is structured, there has to be clearance by the upper house. And then this accountability monitoring system has to also be part of the parliamentary taking the executive accountable, because it's the executive government that is using the public funds through the budget process.
The current issue of corruption within government institutions was described by the Habau MP as a cancer that must be eliminated.
Responsible position, whether you are a politician, minister of state, or electorate member, or departmental head, or provincial administrator or CEO, we have to now manage that mindset that I was talking about, to choose good things, to choose honorable things, to do good, to be honest in everything that we do.
Sepuka appealed to the political bureaucracy, statutory bodies, departments, and provincial and district administrations to collectively fight to eradicate corruption.
That means that my 60,000 people are about suffer. Our roads break up, and many of our development plans are never achieved because we don't receive. So there is a disparity. The politics brings about a disparity in rural development. So everybody leaves the opposition and they go to the government. But how can Parliament play its role as an important big house in the country?
As a member of the opposition, Sepuka said these are some of his key observations. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The Australian Federal Police have donated a printing machine to the Simbu Police today. This will help the local police with documentation. The presentation was done by team leader for the Highlands Region Australian Federal Police, Inspector James Armstrong, to the Assistant Commissioner of Police Eastern End, Clement Dalla. Provincial Police Commander for Western Highlands Province, Chief Superintendent John Sagom, and the members of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary were present to witness the presentation. Inspector Armstrong stressed on the importance of the printing machine and why they have decided to donate these to the Chimbu Police.
We realise the RPNGC is becoming a more modern police force, and part of being a modern police force is the requirement to do lots and lots of reporting, lots and lots of court files. I understand from talking to the PPC previously and the OIC prosecutions their need for such a printer, and we supplied that to them a couple of months ago. And in my conversations with the ACP, I've realised that is a requirement across the command, and hence we're proud to be able to assist the Chimbu province and the RPNGC in Chimbu with the gifting of this.
ACP Dalla thanked the Australian Federal Police and further stressed on the importance of the printing machine.
Photocopier, and it's a very useful tool in policing, especially when it comes to, completing our police work. Most of our police work is centered around having a very good court file presented to the court to secure conviction. That is when a police job is completed. So this machine in the command is now being presented to Chimbu PPC and the team.
Dalla further urged the users to handle it with care.
I've been able to have one for some time, and a lot of times policemen tend to go to private shops using being sponsored by parties, and sometimes we have a situation where the files are compromised. So it's always important that police have photocopiers, so it makes our work easier, and we prosecute our cases on time within the time court period. Usually when we delay court proceedings or court files, normally we have the cases being striked out and we normally lose important cases. So once again, on behalf of the command and the police commissioner and all of the ministry, we are continuously getting support from our partners.
The Australian Federal Police also made a similar donation to the officer in charge for prosecutions for Mount Hagen Police recently. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen. The National Superannuation Fund has surpassed 10 billion kina in net asset value, which marks a significant financial milestone for the institution.
As of June 30th, 2026, NAS Fund's net assets reached 10.25 billion kina, a notable increase from the 9.45 billion kina recorded at the close of 2025. NAS Fund CEO Rajiv Sharma attributed this growth to disciplined financial management and strong operational efficiency. Mr. Sharma said reaching over 10 billion kina in the first 6 months of 2026 is a testament of the fund's continued growth and financial resilience in a dynamic economic environment. The fund's 2026 half-year report underscores positive momentum across several key areas, which includes over 26,000 new members were registered, totaling 220,175 actively contributing members. The fund processed 458 million kina in contributions. 351 million kina was paid out to members, highlighting the fund's ongoing ability to meet financial obligations, and cash revenue rose to 306 million kina, representing a 2% increase over the same period last year. Mr. Sharma credited the success to the unwavering commitment. Of contributing employers, the dedication of the NES Fund team, and the continued trust of the fund's members. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
Now we'll take a look at the NAS Fund Market Report. The Kina closed unchanged at $0.2260 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2185, $0.3029 Australian dollars, 0.1790 euro, and 34.28 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Start your journey with Telecom. Stay online, informed, and in control from departure to destination. Maintain your connections wherever you are. Introducing Want to Travel eSIM, the all-in-one eSIM app available in over 150 countries. With instant activation, affordable no-contract data plans worldwide, high-speed internet, and multi-language support. Download Want to Travel eSIM app on your App Store for iPhone and Play Store for Android devices. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Serving for over 25 years, the International Training Institute (ITI) is one of the leading higher education institutes accredited by DHES. We offer diploma in business management, business accounting, marketing management, small-medium business management, human capital management, information communication technology, and tourism and hospitality management courses. Download our application from our website and apply now for July intake 2026 and February intake 2027. Application is open for July intake. ITI, investing in quality and affordable education for your future.
Soft and lovely hair growth cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trends Salons, and all retail shops near you.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Lay Fire Service has received a major boost with the arrival of 2 new fire trucks early this week.
Australian Consul General Brenton Kanowaski, on behalf of the Queensland Fire Department and the Australian Government, presented 2 fire trucks, one for Lae and one for Tari. He said the donation is part of a memorandum of understanding between Queensland and Papua New Guinea to strengthen cooperation and support.
More trucks from the Queensland fleet, we're actually building the capacity, obviously, for the fire service here in PNG, but we're using the same type of vehicle and the same quality vehicle, meaning that parts are interchangeable and that they can be used well around the country.
The delivery reflects the long-standing bilateral partnership between Australia and PNG.
So then we were very pleased as the national government to bring them here on our Navy ship last weekend to Lae. So that's where they've come from. And this is the latest iteration and support from the Queensland Fire Service, which has had a long history with the PNG Fire Service here.
According to Kanowaski, both trucks were mended and reserviced to suit PNG conditions. He said Queensland's support for PNG's fire service is ongoing, aimed at improving capability and response nationwide. Deputy Prime Minister and member for Lae, John Rosso, welcomed the donation and acknowledged Deputy Speaker of the Queensland Government for initiating the request to assist PNG's fire service. Rosso also commended the Lae Fire Service for its commitment to maintaining services in Lae.
As you see, fire department plays an important role. But when you look at institutions, too many times people blame people and say, oh, government do this, government do this. But the presentation itself speaks volumes. It means you have a very good management team, a good commander and a management team, and you have good men and women who are willing to do the work if equipped properly and presented properly.
He said the fire trucks and emergency equipment will directly benefit communities in Lae and across Papua New Guinea. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
New Ireland Governor Byron Chen has reaffirmed its total financial and administrative backing for the 2026 Malmalankenu Festival on Soy Island, Lovongai LLG Caving District in New Ireland. The Caving District Development Authority Chairman and Treasurer Ian Ling Starkey has also equally backed the New Ireland Provincial Government, diverting 150,000 kina respectively, totaling a 300,000 kina financial backing of the 2026 Malmalang Festival from both the NIPG and KDDA. The landmark cultural gathering stands as a flagship provincial event, fully funded by the governor through the New Ireland Provincial Events Committee to ensure island traditions, grassroots culture and community pride remain strong. Chairman of the 2026 Malmalankenu Festival, Ian Cusack, emphasized that the festival relies on strong collaboration and vision. Governor Chen noted that investing in local heritage is an investment in the future of the province. He explained that the maritime traditions and seafaring heritage are the very heartbeat of New Ireland. The festival highlights environmental stewardship and marine conservation. It serves as a platform encouraging communities to protect local waters, reefs and fishing grounds for future generations. The combined events committees, backed by Governor Byron Chen, urges all residents, visitors and cultural enthusiasts from across Papua New Guinea to gather on Soy Island from 14 to 16 September 2026 to celebrate the traditional practice and honor the rich ocean heritage of New Ireland. Moving to overseas news, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle plan to move their family back to Britain this month, 6 years after stepping down from their royal duties.
Well, we know at this stage that multiple media outlets here in the UK are saying that after 6 years, Meghan and Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, will be returning to live for an extended period in the United Kingdom in a non-royal residence outside of London. Their children, Archie and Lilibet, are already enrolled in schools to start in the September term, and the King, his wife Camilla, as well as Prince William and Princess Catherine have been informed of the Sussex's decision. As you said, it's been 6 years since they've lived in the UK. They've been living in California since early 2020 after a rather acrimonious breaking away from the royal family. Those reports also stating that when the Sussexes return here, they will not be working royals. But what we do know is that in July of this year, the family returned to the UK and met with the King privately. It was the first time they'd all been together in the same room for many years, and reportedly that meeting went very well and was an important step in mending a years-long rift that had existed between the two parties. Now, again, it's still unclear as to why the Sussexes have decided to return to the UK at this particular point in time. But perhaps a clue exists in an interview that Prince Harry gave in May of 2025 with the BBC. In that, he said that he wasn't sure how long his father would have left, of course, referencing the King's health issues, his cancer diagnosis. Now, that could be perhaps playing on the mind of the Duke of Sussex. Interestingly, also in that interview, he was lamenting the fact that his protection, his taxpayer-funded protection, had been reduced. And as it stands now, if the Sussexes want around-the-clock extensive security protection, which they will likely need here in the UK, then they will have to pay for it themselves.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Rukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go. One more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Hilton Port Moresby.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Ah, yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
A closer look. This platform aims to educate, inform, and discuss issues on politics, health, education, infrastructure, resources, climate change, among other stories that affect the people of Papua New Guinea. Join the team and I at 7 p.m. on Sunday nights, right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Port Moresby Soccer Association has officially locked in the dates and venues for its upcoming major semi-finals and grand final matches.
The Port Moresby Soccer Association will host its major semi-finals on the 23rd of August 2026. This coming Sunday, all division teams that have successfully qualified will clash at the BC Soccer Grounds. Games coordinator Peter Matthew confirmed the schedule, noting that excitement is high as teams battle for spot in the ultimate decider. Following the semi-finals, the grand finals will take place at the prestigious Sir John Guy's Stadium on the 30th of April 2026. The championship matches will feature intense competition across multiple divisions, including the Under-19s, Men's Division 1, Men's Division 2, Men's Premier and Women's Premier. To kick off the grand final festivities, a special curtain raiser match will see Haraga Masters take on Depot Masters. Matthew expressed confidence that the venues are ready for influx of passionate football fans. Players are currently finalizing their preparations for this weekend's critical matches, aiming to secure their place in the local football history. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Melbourne Storm captain Harry Grant has donated 27 pairs of rugby boots to support officials in Karawagi Rugby League.
The boots were presented last week as part of a Man of the Match awarding during a rugby league program in Karawagi, Simbu Province. Melbourne Storm utility and prop Tui Kamika said rugby league remains the #1 sporting code in Papua New Guinea. He said everyone loves rugby league. It is amazing and unique, with PNG entering the Australian National Rugby League in 2028. It will be a tough team. Retired Melbourne Storm centre Justin Olam urged young people to avoid alcohol, drugs and other activities that could negatively impact their lives. He said PNG's entry into the NRL presents a direct opportunity for communities. Olam encouraged all young people to have the right mindset and attitude towards rugby and other sports. Community leaders and rugby officials in Karawagi welcomed the donation, saying it would help strengthen rugby league at the grassroots level. Lorraine Jimal, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Years ago, Data PNG began with a vision to connect Papua New Guinea through technology.
Today, we celebrate 40 years of innovation, service, and partnership.
From humble beginnings to becoming a trusted leader in ICT, our journey has been powered by our people, our clients, and our community.
As we honor the past, we look forward to shaping the future together.
Happy 40th anniversary, Data PNG.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
EMTV proudly launches the new iGo EMTV app. Live 24/7 streaming and on demand. Watch EMTV anywhere, anytime. Access news bulletins and current affairs. Enjoy entertainment, lifestyle, educational content, exclusive digital content and special features. Available in Talk Pisin and English. How to download iGo EMTV? Open the App Store or Google Play Store. Search for iGo EMTV. Tap install or download and wait for the installation to be completed. Open the app from your home screen, sign in or create an account to get started. iGo EMTV is now available on Apple iOS and Android. Download today and start streaming.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything alright?
Oh. Yes. Everything's alright. Alright with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You're watching True Kai Sports. The Australian Federal Police in Mount Hagen presented sporting gear to two schools in Western Highlands Province yesterday. The schools were Tagaba High School in Tambul Nebula District and Togoba SDA Primary School. The sporting gear was presented to the schools by the Western Highlands Provincial Police Commander, Chief Superintendent John Sagum, together with the Australian Federal Police, Inspector James Armstrong and his AFP team. PPC Sagum said the purpose of the visit was to give students confidence and remind them that they are important and represent the future of their communities.
Especially to young people in school, like you people sitting here at this time of the day, to show that you are also very important and you are special in the community, and of course, you are the leaders for tomorrow.
He said the initiative was part of the community policing efforts aimed at building positive relationships between police and young people.
We are here to tell you that police, we are not your enemies. No, you are our enemies, and the community is not our enemy. We are friends.
Inspector Armstrong also highlighted the importance of the sporting equipment in encouraging students to participate in sports and other positive activities.
Being a policeman is a part of the community. That's the most important thing. A policeman is a part of the community, but they can only do their work when they are in partnership with yourselves as a community. So just as we are in partnership with the RPNGC, so the RPNGC is in partnership with yourselves. And it was their request to come and assist Tagaba to strengthen the partnership between the police in this country and this community. So I hope you enjoy these gifts.
The principal for Tabaga High School, Paulos Tembon, thanked the team for the support and urged students to take heed of the advice given by the visiting police officers and remain focused on their studies. Togoba SDA Primary School was also presented the sporting gears and received the support with excitement. The school principal thanked the police team for the timely assistance, saying the equipment would encourage students to participate in sporting activities. Samantha Solomon, True Kai Sports. The Fairfax volleyball competition is heating up at the Papua New Guinea Education Institute courts, bringing immense talent, excitement, and fierce matches as teams battle hard to secure their final playoff spots.
The Fairfax volleyball competition continues to deliver high-octane actions at the PNG Education Institute courts in Port Moresby. Local talents are on full display this season. Teams are pushing the limits, diving for every ball and executing powerful spikes that keep the crowd on their feet. Every single match has become crucial as the competition reaches its most critical phase. Founder of the Raukele club, Killer Dick, expressed great satisfaction with the high level of play witnessed so far. He noted that the competition is now drawing much closer to its highly anticipated finals playoffs. Because of this, teams are fighting harder than ever to secure top spots and make their mark in the 2026 season. There is no room for mistakes as leaderboard remains incredibly tight. Killer Dick adds that this weekend will see another round of exciting and competitive volleyball actions. Fans can expect intense rivalries and spectacular rallies as players leave everything on the court to survive. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything alright?
Oh. Ah, yes. Everything's alright. Alright with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Ready for the world, so is your Teaser Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new Teaser Visa card.
Advance your lifestyle with Telecom TV. Live stream movies, videos, news, and documentaries on the cheapest TV channel. Offer on fixed broadband service. Telecom PNG, always there.
Soft and lovely hair growth cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trends Salons, and all retail shops near you.
Hi everyone, I am Anita and you are watching Kids Corner on MTV. The show just for you little adventurers. Get ready for awesome games, fun facts, special guests, loads of love, and not to forget our dress teams for each month. Whether you love to sing, dance, learn new things, or just have a great time, Kids Corner is the place to be. Catch Kids Corner only on MTV.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Morning Plus, with you always.
The Morning Plus weather reports for the next 24 hours. In the New Guinea Highlands region, Lorenga partly cloudy with possible brief showers by evening, and Buka sunny to mostly clear skies.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Morning Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 28th of August, 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.